is Lori, and my story today is directly connected with my yarn management yesterday. And you'll hear more tomorrow. Tackle It Tuesday is what this is about. My yarn management was because of another yarn. Tackle It is another yarn, Shannon's concept. Tackle It can be whatever you need to get done. And you will hear about her tomorrow because I had to cut out part of my Monday video, the Happy Mail part. Happy Mail? I don't know what to call it Happy Mail exactly. This is a whole different thing. Anyway, my cup runneth over with yarn is what I would call it. Thank you, though. Another yarn. Anyway, today's Tackle It Tuesday. Oh, I didn't tell the story. So in the yarn management, I literally had to clear out everything from here because before it was 100% cotton over here, and back here behind this stuff was, that's what she said. There you go, cotton blends. So cotton and something. So I had to take out all that out because between J Paradise and another yarn, Shannon, I needed all this space for 100% cotton. So in that process of clearing that out, I found two things that I thought were funny. A glue stick for a glue gun. Do you know where the rest of my glue sticks are? They are underneath this table, this desk. How did it get up there? And then I found this. I don't know how this got up there either. What this is, in case you don't recognize it, especially if you're not from the US, you won't recognize it, but maybe not even if you're in the US. This is a Space Force magnet. So it's actually from the Space Force. It's an official Space Force magnet, which, yes, nod to Star Trek, right? Gotta love it. Anyway, I tutored somebody who was finishing their degree, and the only thing they needed to finish their degree was a college stats class. Well, stats to high school students, but it was college. It was the college level curriculum, so they got college credit for it. So I'm like, sure, I'll tutor you. Very, very bright in terms of he learned super quickly, like really, and he would retain it very well. So once I would get him started and he would just go. He ended, I want to say with an A, but either way, I tutored him, and he's, approximately my age, a little bit younger. He's a friend of my husband's. Because my husband's in the Army National Guard. That's where they originally met. And he's working for Space Force. I said, I really want a Space Force magnet. Because I collect magnets. That's the thing I collect. In addition to yarn. Just kidding. Well, sort of. Anyway. So Space Force magnet. This might be an extra. There's a couple of you out there that if you're interested and you let me know, I might give it to you. You know who you are. If you're interested, email me. Anyway, that's my funny story. Because I have one on my fridge. And I gave one to I thought I gave one to each of my daughters. Or my son-in-laws, whichever, whatever. But now I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they wanted it. I think it was offered to them. So that might be where the extra one came from. Because I think he gave me 3. But maybe he gave me 4. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. I'm silly too, because that's all I want. Now, he and his wife took me and my husband out to a very nice dinner. And that honestly probably met my hourly rate for friends and family. Because it was not inexpensive. No, it was not. And everybody ordered dessert too. And y'all know when you order the dessert how much more that is. Anyway, my Tackle It. is this. Now, you've seen this. This is not new. But I'm on the challenge with this. This is the football field. I put goal lines in it. They're not straight because, you know, that's not my strength there. But it got that green yarn pulled in, so now it lays flat, which is really nice. This is supposed to look like Mile High Stadium. So here's the problem. Mile High Stadium has these edges. I'll show you a picture right here. I'll put a picture right there. It has these corners. And then it's surrounded by gray or steel or whatever this color is. I literally tried this around with the gray because it did. The gray went around all the way. This is only one corner. I'm almost, which direction? This way. I'm almost to the second corner. But this, designing this to look right, I think I did it and pulled it out 3 times. I think this is number 4, but it might only be number 3. Either way. And then I put that edging around, and it just like it looks on the stadium, and I'm super happy with it. My husband really likes it, and he doesn't necessarily say anything specific about my work, but he's like, that looks really good. It is for one of his co-workers who's pregnant, for their baby that is due in either December or January. I'm not sure. It is currently October 6th. I'm recording this Sunday night. So my goal is to have this done by Monday night so that on Tackle It Tuesday I can show you that I tackled it. But we'll see. So can I get this done by the end of the day tomorrow? Quite possibly. But that's my funny story and Mile High Stadium, and that is my Tackle It project. I'm in about 24 hours or less. I would like that to be, actually, it has to be less because I need to babysit Tuesday morning, and I have to get up early for that. So anyway, it's technically Monday morning. So let's call it 20 hours. I'd like to have that done within 20 hours, but I got to sleep between now and then. And I've got an appointment. Anyway, TMI. Yeah. Life is lifing. So, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see if I finished. Because the baby shower is Saturday. I forgot to say that. That's why it needs to be tackled. All right. See you on the other side. All right. It's late Monday night. I really thought this wasn't going to take so long. However, because of the corners of Mile High, that was a whole thing, and I had to figure it out. Let's see, I did linked, but I had to keep changing the number of links. But here it is. It is finished. Ends are even done. Well, actually, there's an end somewhere in the front that popped loose, so I have to fix that. But yes, it's finished. And then, at dinner time, my husband informs me, oh, by the way, they're actually building a new Mile High Stadium. Well, this baby's getting the old one. All right. And Missy came to join real quick. You know what? She actually wants to get on this blanket. She wants to get on this blanket. This is why I have to wash my stuff afterwards before I actually give it to anyone. And I'm wearing my I Believe in Ghosts CBS original. It's Ghosts the television show. This was a gift from my stepdaughter who's out in California because she did background work. One of her friends was working on, I'm not sure whether they were acting or doing something else on the show Ghosts, and they gave people that worked on the show these sweaters, and her friend grabbed 3 or 4 and gave them to my stepdaughter. So this is actually from the TV show. So, kind of cool. And I'm like, this is so good for, this is so good for Halloween. You might see it more this month. Anyway, the blanket is done. And I'm sure Mile High, the new one, won't be built in a day, right? As Rome was not built in a day. But I'm still like, I literally had no idea that what I was making was now going to be a historical piece. Are you kidding me with that? Anyway, rant over. It is cute. And now, I fixed the center to flatten it out by putting the goal lines. There are the correct, or yardage lines. There are the correct number. My end zones aren't the same, but it's fine. Whatever. It's not perfect. I'm human. But it is very cool. And it's special and unique, and I had to do something very different to get this going on. I don't even want to go into it, because this was a lot of effort. I probably would do something different in the future. Maybe a corner to corner that just said Broncos with the word, with the colors. That would have been easier. This inside, the Bavarian stitch stuff was easy. This was actually pretty easy. I just had to figure it out. These, hours. And the first one I did took 3. I think I did 3 times. I either frogged it 3 times, or it was on the 3rd try that I figured out the right shaping. I'm inserting a picture of Mile High Stadium so you understand why I had to do it that way. I couldn't just do regular Bavarian stitch around the corner. Just would not have had the same look. But it's done. And it's done darn tackled. Tackled all the way to the ground. All right. Thanks for coming in, and can I get an amen?